For years, saturated fats found in whole dairy products were labeled as dietary villains, linked to increased cholesterol levels and a higher risk of heart disease. Health authorities recommended low-fat or fat-free dairy options as healthier alternatives. However, emerging research is prompting a reevaluation of this stance, suggesting that the relationship between dairy fats and heart health is more complex than previously understood. Recent studies have begun to differentiate the effects of saturated fats from whole dairy compared to those from other sources like red meat or processed foods. A meta-analysis published in the European Journal of Epidemiology in 2017 examined data from 29 cohort studies and found no significant association between high dairy consumption and increased risk of cardiovascular disease or mortality. In fact, some high-fat dairy products were linked to a reduced risk of stroke. One of the intriguing components of dairy fat is a type of saturated fat known as pentadecanoic acid, C15. Research published in the journal Scientific Reports in 2020 highlighted that higher circulating levels of C15 were associated with lower risks of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. This odd-chain saturated fatty acid appears to have unique metabolic effects that may counteract inflammation and improve lipid profiles. Moreover, the fatty acid profile of dairy fat includes conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, which has been studied for its potential anti-atherogenic and anti-carcinogenic properties. CLA may help reduce body fat deposits and improve immune function. These benefits are not typically found in low-fat or fat-free dairy products, which lack the full spectrum of dairy fats. The fermentation process in products like cheese and yogurt adds another layer of complexity. Fermented dairy products contain bioactive peptides and probiotics that can positively influence heart health. These components may help lower blood pressure, improve lipid metabolism, and enhance gut health, all of which are factors in cardiovascular risk. It's also important to consider the food matrix concept, which suggests that the health effects of nutrients depend on the overall structure and composition of the food. Whole dairy products provide a matrix that includes fats, proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals which interact synergistically. This matrix may modulate the digestion and metabolism of saturated fats, potentially mitigating their negative effects. As a result of these findings, some nutrition experts advocate for a more nuanced view of dietary fats. The American Heart Association, while still recommending limited saturated fat intake, acknowledges that the type of saturated fat and its food source are important considerations. The shift in perspective opens the door to including whole dairy products as part of a balanced diet that supports heart health. The nutrient powerhouse. Whole dairy products like whole milk, full-fat yogurt, and cheese are often celebrated for their creamy textures and satisfying flavors. Yet, beneath these sensory delights lies a wealth of nutrients that contribute significantly to human health. These foods are not just carriers of calories. They are complex nutritional matrices that offer a synergistic blend of essential vitamins, minerals, proteins, and fats. At the forefront of whole dairy's nutritional benefits is its impressive content of calcium, a mineral crucial for building and maintaining strong bones and teeth. Calcium also plays a vital role in blood clotting, muscle contraction, and nerve function. What makes whole dairy particularly effective is the presence of vitamin D, which enhances calcium absorption in the body. This duo works in tandem to support skeletal health, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures in adults. But the benefits don't stop at bones. Whole dairy is a rich source of high-quality protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on its own. These amino acids are the building blocks of muscles, enzymes, hormones, and antibodies. Consuming adequate protein is essential for tissue repair, immune function, and the maintenance of lean body mass, especially as we age. The fats in whole dairy are not just passive carriers of these nutrients. They enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins and provide essential fatty acids that the body cannot synthesize. The presence of these fats also contributes to the feeling of satiety, potentially aiding in weight management by reducing overall calorie intake. The satiety factor, whole dairy in weight management. Weight management is a complex issue influenced by a multitude of factors, including diet composition, calorie intake, metabolism, and satiety, the feeling of fullness after eating. Whole dairy products with their higher fat content have been shown to contribute to increased satiety, which may play a role in weight control and obesity prevention. The fats in whole dairy slow down gastric emptying, meaning food stays in the stomach longer, prolonging the sensation of fullness. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that participants who consumed full-fat dairy experienced greater satiety and reduced subsequent calorie intake compared to those who consumed low-fat versions. This effect can help prevent overeating and snacking between meals. Proteins in dairy, such as casein and whey, also contribute to satiety. They stimulate the release of hormones like peptide YY and glucagon-like peptide 1 GLP-1, which signal the brain to reduce appetite. The combination of protein and fat in whole dairy creates a powerful satiety effect that may aid in controlling portion sizes and overall calorie consumption. Furthermore, some research suggests that individuals who consume full-fat dairy products tend to have lower body mass indexes, BMIs, and less body fat. A Swedish cohort study involving over 1,500 participants found that those who consumed more high-fat dairy products had a lower risk of developing central obesity over a 12-year period. This counterintuitive finding challenges the traditional notion that dietary fat directly contributes to body fat accumulation. Metabolic magic: how whole dairy affects type 2 diabetes and metabolism. Metabolic health is a cornerstone of overall well-being, and diet plays a pivotal role in its maintenance. Whole dairy products have come under investigation for their potential impact on metabolic markers and the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Emerging evidence suggests that components within whole dairy may confer protective effects against metabolic disorders. Odd-chain saturated fatty acids, particularly pentadecanoic acid C15 and heptadecanoic acid C17 found in whole dairy, have been associated with a reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. A study in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology involving over 63,000 adults across Europe found that higher levels of these fatty acids in the blood correlated with a lower incidence of diabetes. These fatty acids may improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation, key factors in metabolic health. Whole dairy's impact on glycemic control is also of interest. The proteins and fats in whole dairy can moderate the absorption of carbohydrates, leading to a more gradual rise in blood glucose levels. This effect can help prevent spikes in blood sugar and reduce the workload on the pancreas, which produces insulin. Fermented dairy products like yogurt and kefir contain probiotics that may positively influence gut microbiota. A healthy gut microbiome is increasingly recognized for its role in metabolic regulation, including glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Probiotic consumption has been linked to improvements in fasting blood glucose and hemoglobin A1C levels, markers of long-term blood sugar control. The calcium connection. Bone health and whole dairy consumption. Bone health is a critical concern, particularly as adults age, and the risk of osteoporosis increases. Whole dairy products are among the richest dietary sources of calcium, a mineral essential for bone density and strength. The interplay of calcium with other nutrients in whole dairy creates a powerful formula for maintaining skeletal health. Vitamin D, often fortified in dairy products, enhances calcium absorption from the digestive tract. Without sufficient vitamin D, the body cannot absorb more than 10 to 15% of dietary calcium. Whole dairy provides this synergistic combination, ensuring that the calcium consumed is effectively utilized for bone formation and maintenance. Phosphorus, another mineral abundant in whole dairy, works closely with calcium to build bones and teeth. Approximately 85% of the body's phosphorus is found in the skeletal system. The balanced ratio of calcium to phosphorus in dairy products mirrors that required by the human body, facilitating optimal bone mineralization. Emerging research highlights the role of vitamin K2, found in certain dairy products, in bone metabolism. Vitamin K2 activates osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium to the bone matrix, enhancing bone strength. Magnesium and potassium in whole dairy also contribute to bone health. Magnesium is involved in converting vitamin D into its active form, which regulates calcium and phosphate balance. Consuming whole dairy as part of a varied diet supports not only bone health but overall nutritional status. Integrating whole dairy into a modern diet. In the context of contemporary dietary patterns, integrating whole dairy products requires a balance between enjoying their benefits and managing overall caloric and fat intake. Whole dairy can be a valuable component of a nutritious diet when consumed mindfully and paired with other healthful foods. Portion control is essential. Whole dairy products are calorie-dense due to their fat content. Being mindful of serving sizes helps prevent excessive calorie intake, which can lead to weight gain. For example, a standard serving of cheese is approximately 1 ounce, and a serving of milk or yogurt is about 1 cup. Pairing whole dairy with fiber-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can enhance satiety and nutritional value. A breakfast of full-fat yogurt topped with berries and nuts provides a balance of macronutrients and micronutrients, supporting sustained energy levels throughout the morning. The future of dairy. The evolving landscape of nutritional science continues to shed new light on the role of whole dairy in human health. As research progresses, it challenges long-standing dietary guidelines and prompts a re-evaluation of recommendations concerning dairy fat intake. Recent studies have begun to influence policy changes. For instance, the 2015 to 2020 dietary guidelines for Americans acknowledged that evidence was insufficient to establish a clear link between dietary cholesterol and heart disease, leading to the removal of cholesterol limits. Similar reconsiderations are occurring with saturated fats, particularly those from whole dairy. Global dietary recommendations are also reflecting these shifts. Some countries have updated their guidelines to include whole dairy as part of a balanced diet, recognizing the nuanced effects of dairy fats and the importance of the food matrix. These changes highlight the need for personalized nutrition approaches that consider individual health status, genetic factors, and lifestyle. As scientific understanding deepens, it becomes clear that whole dairy products can play a meaningful role in a healthy diet. Embracing the complexity of food and nutrition, rather than reducing it to single nutrients, allows for a more holistic approach to dietary guidelines. This perspective supports the inclusion of whole dairy as a valuable contributor to nutrition and well-being in the modern world. Welcome to Healthy Levels Journey. Ready to take control of your heart health? Discover the one hidden ingredient that's silently clogging your arteries and raising your cholesterol. Click the link in the comments now to uncover this breakthrough secret to lowering cholesterol and preventing heart attacks. Starting today, join us as we explore the crucial topics of cholesterol, insulin, and overall health management. Our channel is dedicated to providing clear, evidence-based information on how to maintain balanced cholesterol levels, regulate insulin, and improve your health through sustainable lifestyle changes. Whether you're looking to prevent health issues or manage existing conditions, our videos offer valuable insights, practical tips, and expert advice to guide you on your journey to a healthier life. Subscribe today and take control of your health with us.